Here's what we do.
Give ready.
Acknowledge the precision. Acknowledge the precision.
Ain't no time for hesitation.
I first heard about human trafficking on Moody. And then the second time I heard about human trafficking was at my daughter's school. My daughter went to Greenville University, a private school actually, in Greenville, Illinois. And when she graduated, they gave me a book, and one of the organizations was on human trafficking. And I read about that. I think it's a very heavy topic, and I think it takes a while to digest. So I think it took me a couple times listening and hearing about it before I knew what to do with that and to digest it. I have a wonderful acquaintance, Sam, and her husband, Donardo, who are the founders of Rahab's Daughters. She was trafficked herself, and we're talking sex, commercial sex, and she is a survivor, and she is using her story to help rescue, rehabilitate, and reintegrate survivors. So they actually are getting ready for the NFL because that's the biggest draw. And then they go around the city that the NFL is in and other places to rescue women.
How did she get out?
That's a good question. She got out from one of her customers, actually helped her escape. Wow. And one of the things is when women go through this abuse, their thinking becomes flawed, and a lot of times they go back to their captor, which she did. It took more than once of getting out, and it was one of her customers that helped her.
Okay, I'm confused. Her customer, which is actually in a lot of ways handing out the abuse, helped her.
Yes.
I mean, yes, I understand the thinking might be flawed because it's an abusive situation. I mean, we hear about stories about women who've been abused in a relationship, going back to the person that's abusing them. But I guess I'm trying to figure out how is it that this, what benevolence does this dude have, or this person have, that he said, you know what, I'm tired of abusing you, let me help you. It's throwing me off, honestly, and I think you understand where I'm coming from with that. But you said she went back more than once. What was her final straw? What was it? Was something that just clicked? Because I'm looking in your eyes and I can see that it's hitting you. So what was her final straw?
I'm not really sure about that part. I would have to clarify that.
Okay, but why are you so... Again, I'm looking in your eyes. You about to make me cry. I'm a waterhead. So... why, I still haven't gotten to why you're so passionate about this.
There are 10,000 children trafficked a year. In United States, Chicago is the 4th highest city for human trafficking.
In the U.S. or the world? I wouldn't be surprised if it was the world.
In the United States. And also having 11 children and 4 grandchildren and my love for children. A lot of 80% of the children that become trafficked are runaways, and they become trafficked in 48 hours because this is an organized crime, and they know and they are looking, and this is happening in areas that we frequent, places that we deem safe. So
it can happen right up under our nose and don't even know it.
Yes, exactly. Right under our noses, yes. All around us, all in the area, in the suburbs, in the Chicago area, everywhere, anywhere.
I actually want to touch on that even more. And Anissa Burrell Butler wants to know, can we get a little more background on human trafficking? Is it something that you can recognize if it's happening? I doubt it, but you'll be more versed in that.
The captors are they keep them from medical care, they keep them isolated, so it can be difficult. There was an incident, I'm sure some of you are aware, that there was a truck that was a truckload of people that were in the back of a semi, and people were screaming, and one gentleman was aware at the Walmart and called and was able to rescue them. And
you got a whole truck of people.
There was 100 in there, I believe, and 10 died because of dehydration and that. But he was able to get a hold of authorities and get them the help that they need. My son also was someone that helped. He's an MP in the service, and a woman came to the gate that he was guarding in North Carolina, and she ran to the gate, and he's like, "What's up? Are you okay?" And she said, "Please help me." And okay, come on. And so he was able to help her and 5 other women that were being trafficked. So he was a big reason to just the love that my son, just the job that he's doing, and not blowing it off. So I think sometimes this is a topic that's kind of difficult, and even authorities might not really take this serious, or they might not understand that this isn't something that people are looking to do. This is something that people are manipulated. They are if you're a runaway and you're in a situation, usually you're running from some kind of abuse, domestic or sexual abuse at home, something. Lisa was a woman that she was being abused, a young girl. She was abused by her stepdad. She told her mother, and her mother told her to get out. She went to McDonald's. A man befriended her and was like, "Oh, honey, are you okay? Oh, here, let me get you some food. Oh, let's go to my place. Oh, here's some food." And for a while, it seemed very safe, and he was, watching over her, until one day he locked up the refrigerator and said, "Okay, honey, we're out of money and we're out of food. You're going to have to help pay the bills." And she's like, "I'm 13. How can I help?" He said, "Just go in the other room and do whatever that man tells you to do." And that's how she became trafficked. So this is the problem. People don't realize. So my thing is to always make sure that your children know that you love them and that they can talk to you. And even if someone tells you, like this girl, that dad or brother hurt them, you don't turn them away. You love them, you hold them, and you tell them you're going to help them get through it.
Thank you, Erica Packer, on Facebook Live for your question. But what is the name of a local organization that works with reintegrating human trafficking survivors?
Rahab's, that's Rahab '(S) daughters, so it's daughter '(S).org. rahabsdaughters.org.
Okay. Ray hyphen have.
Rahab '(S). Daughters. Would be '(S). .org. Thank you.
Danielle, please put that on Facebook Live, please. Appreciate you. All right. The queen of all queens. I'm going to get to you. Man, I'm about to literally cry. I'm a thug.
It's heavy.
All right. So now we have Miss LaSonya Alexander Frazier. Tell us more about a day in the life as a single mother.
So a day in the life, just what I'll tell you is that being a single mom has not been easy. Mm-hmm. I had to learn. I call myself super mom, but with the incident with my son, it made me finally say, you're not super mom right now. So I had to own that and realize that when you're a single mom and then you're a single mom of multiple children, sometimes one may fall by the wayside. You think that you're giving all of them the attention that you need, and you see that one that stays off in the corner, and you're like, good. He don't like to be bothered. He's not harassing me like the other kids. Good. No, not good. So I had to learn that you need to pay attention. You need to look for signs. My life with my children has always been happy. They haven't been perfect. They've gotten in a little bit of trouble. They each out of house and home. My kids eat so much. I cannot tell you. They eat. And I'm like, you just ate. Aren't you hungry? How are you hungry? You're not hungry. But they have a strong appetite. But one kid one day, and I was going to work, and he came up and he kissed me on the cheek. And he said, "Mom, this is going to be a good day today." And I was was like, wow, okay. I was like, good. Thinking, hey, this is great. He's coming out of his shell. Now, he was already a teenager. Went to work, and I didn't get a phone call. I got a text message from a family member. And the text message was actually a picture of a sheet, and my son had attempted to hang himself. And it said he hung himself. And I was like, oh my God, my son's gone. He's gone. He's gone. So I was at work, and I drove. I almost crashed on the freeway, and I got there, and he wasn't there. My parents are ministers, so they had taken him and was kind of driving him around. Went through therapy. Through therapy, I learned that he suffers from depression. So I say that to say, as a single mom, I can tell you I've probably been through about everything that a single mom could go through. But I had to learn, you got to pay attention. You think things are okay, even if your kid is smiling, ask questions. Find out who their friends are. Sometimes you can find their information from their friends. Even listen to the music that they listen to. My son writes poetry. After going through therapy, I looked at the poetry. All the signs were there. I didn't realize it. Triggers. There's triggers. So something that you could say.
Talk more to
I'm sorry. Something that you could say could upset your child, or something they could watch on television. I had to learn what triggers were. So it was a tough situation. And what I'll tell you is that by one of my children attempted suicide, it became a ripple effect. Attempted suicide, lost my job, lost my home, ended up homeless. So all of that happened as a result of that one thing. And I went through the blaming phase of, gosh, what did I do wrong? What did I not see? How did I not see this coming? Ended up in a shelter. I was blessed to be in a very comfortable shelter. It was a spiritual environment. I was in Morning Star Mission, which is in Joliet. Took my whole family, not just my children. I even had my grandchildren there. Very warm place. I got my insurance license while I was there because I saw women in there that had been there 2 years. I'm like, gosh, what are you still doing here? What's wrong? This is supposed to be a place that helps you. And I reflected back to a couple of years ago. I used to live in Las Vegas. I would volunteer at the Las Vegas Rescue Mission. And I saw a mother there once with 6 children. And I said, what happened? Gosh, what beautiful children. Very well put together. And I used to take my children with me to serve because I used to make a joke and say, hey, everybody needs a dose of humility, right?
Yep.
And I looked, and she was so grateful, and she thanked me and my children. And I looked at her and said, is there anything you need? Do you need my phone number? She said, no. She said, I'm okay. I'll be fine. And I was like, what happened to get her there? Well, God showed me. So that's my biggest thing. With moms can do it too. If I can help a mother work through it or avoid some of the things that I've been through altogether, then I feel good I've done my job. So that's really what it's about.
How much time you got today? Because man, we'll talk offline. We'll talk off the air. Because this is a very, very, very interesting show because I didn't know we was gonna get this deep. I really didn't.
Can I just say too?
You can say whatever you want. This your world.
There's 5 of us who are here from Team Illinois American Elegance. Yay! But there are 3 more queens.
They ain't here.
I know, but
they ain't here.
They have platforms as well, and it's Toys for Tots, and then another one who's similar to LaSonya's, and then also one who deals with the homeless. And so bring them back.
They not here. This who I'm voting for right here. If I got a vote. Y'all need a host? Y'all need a host for one of y'all?
They have a host.
Nah, do they need a host?
No. I mean, I'll take you.
You should come though.
You should come.
It's
I'm
Sunday.
not going nowhere near no Itasca.
Why not?
No, I just learned how to spell Itasca. I don't go nowhere.
We'll protect you.
I came all the way out here.
I was gonna say, if I could get a rat,
I don't drive,
No.
so if I get a rat, I can come.
How
It's on
myself,
the
you
other
know-
side of O'Hare, so it's not that
we
far.
drove a long way. You can drive.
No,
far.
I appreciate y'all for even coming on the show. I want to support y'all. You know what I'm saying? Lauren, I need to host. I don't charge that much, but I do need to host. I need some more hosting gigs because I like hosting. Hosting is very fun for me. But by you guys being on the platform that you're in, what type of, because I'm still trying to understand Miss Linda Lincoln, and I'll get to that at the end. and Miss Illinois, and I'm like, all of that is Illinois at the end of the day.
Actually, it is. These are just, they're the nicknames of Illinois. So, Land of Lincoln. So, have you ever just driven down the street and you see the plate and it says Land of Lincoln?
Yeah.
State of Illinois. That's what it is. That's what this is. It's
I mean,
just the nickname of the state.
I get it. Yeah. I just don't get
it.
There are 3 women in the ladies category.
Right.
There's
So
3
you can't
women
all
in the
be
Mrs.
Miss Illinois.
category for the state of Illinois. So what they do is she was previously Miss Illinois Lady. So when you come back again, you can't have the same title. So now she's Miss Illinois, she's Miss Land of Lincoln, and then
we have
there's
one more
Miss Prairie State.
Got it. Skadoosh. That is awesome. Yeah, no, I don't get it. I'm playing.
But the good thing is that they are going to represent the state of Illinois.
Because I thought y'all was in competition.
We are. We're in the same division. So she's lady, I'm lady. It's just that my title is Land of Lincoln. Her title is Illinois, which I had last year.
Right.
So because I had it then, I can't come back again as Illinois.
So when they have the national competition,
right, at the national, I have to
all
be.
from the same state.
We're all still state of Illinois. It's
Team
just that,
Illinois.
right?
So after this competition,
Yes.
then y'all go to nationals.
We are going to
This is
national.
nationals
This is
tonight.
national.
We're leaving tonight.
Okay, and then once y'all go to nationals, right?
Yes.
Right.
Then y'all crown Miss.
Well,
There's only
actually,
one winner.
there's only
There's
one
only
winner.
one winner.
So Beth and I are in the same division, so we are actually competing against each other
As well.
Right.
as well.
So she's Mrs. Illinois, you're Mrs.
Prairie
Prairie
State.
State.
Right.
Okay, so
And
what I
then
like
there's
about this
also
is that it's
other women
competition.
from
Yeah.
around
Yes.
the country are coming in.
Right.
From
They gonna lose.
Texas,
Yes.
Georgia.
Texas.
All right.
They're
We're
gonna
competing
lose.
against each other and women around the state.
They gonna
different
lose
states.
because y'all doing my show.
I know, that's
And
right.
usually when somebody come on my show and they got something going on, they win.
But you know the beauty about this, even though we're in a competition against each other, we're sisters first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
absolutely.
beautiful
You can
thing
see
about
that.
this.
That's cute.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not
true.
cute. It's
We're actually
true.
going to be sharing a room this
We're
weekend.
sharing
We're sharing a room.
Everyone thought we were
Right.
crazy. Like, you're rooming.
And
With
that's
your
my
Beth and I are
competition.
sharing a room
And
too.
they're sharing a room.
That's cool. No. I'm too competitive. I don't even let my 5-year-old win.
We're competitive now. Don't
We
get
don't
it.
get it, but
I wouldn't
we're
share a
still
room with my
sisters.
son.
Wow.
If me and him in the same room, no, so I'm gonna get in your head. I'm busting you in your shoulder. I'm breaking your ankles. I'm tying your heart in you.
One thing I can say with American Elegance, I've been able to get to know everybody's platform, even
And
participate,
support.
Yes.
And support.
and share,
Yeah.
even get connections. So whoever thought I went with Charlotte to the Halloween.
Right.
They came to Kale's party.
Oh, they came to Kale's party.
They were there for Kale's Park for a Halloween thing, and then they went over to the Salvation Army.
That's
with
bad
them.
when I'm a
know.
part of
See,
it and I missed it.
You weren't
Right,
there.
and you wasn't there, but I was there.
Right.
though.
No,
And it was
I'm
so
there.
nice.
Yeah.
And I met so many people who were advocates for seniors. Now I have a
Because everybody old on Kale's part.
Oh,
Everybody old as hell.
No, and that's not just, we all support each other when
Yes.
we have an event. I had a ready to wear closet event. She was
We all
there,
came.
she was there, and even the director.
Nah, let me know what
we
y'all
had-
got going on. I want to promote it on the show. So
It's
y'all tell
about
me
service.
whatever y'all got.
It's all
Yes.
about service for American Elegance, and that's what I like.
Working
and that's
queens.
why that's why I got into pageantry, because there had to be more than life to just working.
Thanks for listening to Alternative Thought on Loaded Eardrum Media. And subscribe to our YouTube channel at Loaded Eardrum to see our other shows.